What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the one and only Fragrance Fraternity, the best smelling fraternity in the world. If you're new here, you enjoy fragrance content, hopefully this makes your day a little bit better and you don't mind hitting that like and subscribe button to join a fraternity of people that love to smell good and spend a decent amount of time talking about fragrance. So today we're going to be building the perfect fragrance wardrobe. I got 10 fragrances for you. These are going to have you covered in every single situation that you could possibly find yourself wanting to smell good in. These will have you covered, and you're going to actually be blowing it out of the water here with the quality and the overall sillage that you're going to be creating with your scent. At least I think so. I think a bunch of you will as well. So let's get started here. So the first situation is going to be working in an office, just your day-to-day, daily driver type of thing, something that you can wear to work every day, and that's going to carry you through in a professional and just appealing manner, something that's not going to distract but add to your day-to-day activities. So the first one is going to be Dior Homme. This is a 2020 version of Dior Homme. A really great woody fragrance here. Very smooth blend. Nothing sharp, nothing aggressive or too harsh going on here. If anybody ever asked me for a gift for like a brother or a husband or an uncle or something like that, I always recommend Dior Homme 2020. I feel like it's pretty hard to miss, and you can also wear it in every single situation, especially going to work, which is where a lot of your use of fragrance is going to be, is just spraying something on before you head out the door. And if you're working in an office, this will work as well. It's not super loud and super cloying or anything. You're not going to get HR called on you for wearing some Dior Homme 2020. Really, the woods are the star of the show here. You get a little bit of citrus up top, and then it settles down into this nice icy super base, which helps it with the performance aspect. And it should last throughout your whole workday. So great quality stuff, and a really smooth blend here that'll work great in a professional setting. The next one that I recommend a lot, because I actually personally use this one the most when I'm going to work and I want something just clean and professional, something that is not going to maybe distract me or maybe be too attention grabbing when you're in a work type situation. You want to come across as professional. Prada Rossa Carbon is a lot of the times the fragrance that I'm reaching towards. This is, I believe, a 5 ounce. This is a 5 ounce. Being blinded by my light a little bit, so I believe this is a 5 ounce. Anyway, all that to say is, the dent doesn't lie. So you're going to get something similar to Dior Sauvage, as you probably already know if you've heard about this fragrance, but the black pepper spiciness is reined in. Really features this nice soapy lavender that Prada is known for. And it kind of smooths out all the harsh edges of Sauvage and really, puts that soapiness in the forefront. The quality's on point here. Pretty much everybody's going to love the way this one smells. If you want something fresh, clean, that's long-lasting in quality, and something that can work really well in a professional office type setting, Prada Rossa Carbon is a hit. It's a big hit and a big favorite among the community for good reason. A lot of people tend to actually even prefer this over Sauvage just because, again, it's not as maybe sharp and aggressive and spicy with the black pepper prominence that Sauvage does have. All right, let's move now to the next situation. So this next situation is going to be, after work. Maybe you want to go out, you want to grab a bite to eat. Maybe you're going to be heading out to dinner with your significant other and you want to wear something a little bit more appropriate for evening time, dinner date type situation. So there goes the fragrance, because I picked it up from the cap, so you don't want to do that. But the fragrance that thankfully did not explode everywhere was Boss Bottled Triumph Elixir. So you're really going to get a woody patchouli type fragrance here. Those are the two main dominating characteristics of this. The patchouli comes across a very chocolatey and almost cake-like. It's got a creaminess to it, which I really enjoy. It does have a little bit of this kind of mossy, earthy vetiver just in the opening. Thankfully, that fades away pretty quick. So if you're not, big into vetiver, you don't really have to worry, because that vetiver really is not prominent throughout the fragrance. Really, just in the opening, you get a little bit of this mossiness. That fades away. You're left with a beautiful patchouli here. Really well done, especially shockingly well done from a designer. This really smells niche. This really smells, a cut above what you would expect with a designer fragrance. Sadly, this cap weighs nothing, and don't pick it up by the cap, because it may cause a large bang, especially if you're filming fragrance content. But anyway, Boss Bottled Triumph Elixir, this came out this year, and it's popping up at rack stores. I actually found this bottle for $60 at Ross, so can't beat that. It's a steal. All right, next one up we have here is Dolce & Gabanna. This is the one the one and only, the Eau de Parfum of Dolce & Gabbana, the one, a really sweet woody fragrance here, a little bit of tobacco as well, some nice spices working in. Just a beautiful blend overall, a community favorite for good reason. Decent performance here. It's kind of become a date night staple for good reason. So definitely get your nose on this one, and you're not going to be, too surprised when it blows you away, hopefully, because you've probably already heard the praise that this one gets, especially for going out in evening time. So this is going to be my second pick of this kind of date night, dinner date type scenario. All right, let's move on here to, you put your hard work in, you've done your weekly grind, so now you're going to be taking a vacation probably to a hotter location. You want something tropical, you want something fresh that's going to last, you want something with performance, you're going to leave your hotel room, and ideally it's going to last you the entirety of your day when you're out and about having a good time on your vacation. So the first recommendation is Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue Eau Intense. If you've ever tried this fragrance, you know performance is no slouch. It lasts all day long, has good projection all day long. Beautiful grapefruit and mandarin orange here working in the top. Perfumed by the legendary Alberto Marias, known also as the king of the freshies. He's got so many great fragrances, and this is one of them. Also, you're going to get a bit of this like tartness, and you get this C note type of aquatic feel to it. This is definitely one you want to try on skin. Some people have a kind of a weird reaction with this one, the way that the C notes come across. They kind of get this body odor type smell, and I understand that. I got that at first as well, but this fragrance really grew on me a lot, and now it's one that I kind of find myself craving time and time again. So if you're going on vacation, you just want to bring one fragrance that's going to last throughout your whole day, and usually will be in a hotter location when you're going on vacation, right? Something that's going to work in the heat. Light Blue Intense. So as an alternative to that, though, if you want to change it up and go a little bit of a different scent profile, you can go here with 1 Million Parfum. Beautiful gold bottle here that is really eye-catching. You probably have seen these in your local Macy's. They always, kind of grab my eye at least. You're going to get that grapefruit spiciness that you would associate with the original 1 Million DNA if you're familiar with that. But you're also going to get a beautiful white floral component here as well. That kind of gives it a little bit more of a unisex vibe. Specifically tuberose, I believe, is the note that's really prominent here. It does give it a bit of like this sunscreen, suntan lotion type of vibe mixing in with the original 1 Million DNA. And I actually prefer this one to the original these days. Something really addictive about this particular scent. Something that, it's one of those fragrances that I'll just grab out of the collection and just give it a spray just because I want to smell it and experience it again. So you may find yourself doing the same thing. Definitely get your nose on this one if you're a fan of the 1 Million DNA at all. I think as long as you're okay with those white florals, this is going to be one that's going to really impress you and really perfect to take on a vacation with you. Something that's going to, put you in that kind of tropical state of mind without being super fruity and overly floral, with just the right blend with 1 Million Parfum. So, all right, now the next situation, we have two more. Next situation is going to be you're going to want to go out on the town. Maybe you're going to go to a club, you're going to go to a bar. You want something a little bit louder, something a little bit sweeter that's going to project. You want to be smelled with this fragrance. You're going to be making more of a statement, announcing yourself a little bit more. It's more of like a party time scent. So the first one is going to be from the house of Armani. This is going to be Stronger With You Intensely. Really nice toffee sweetness here. You do get a bit of that chestnut, which is kind of the main note of the original. Definitely still smell the original DNA here, and this is the new 2024 version, so not really sure how it compares to the older versions of Strong With You Intensely. But really, if you're a fan of the original DNA, chances are you're going to be a fan of the majority of the flankers. They do actually flanker really well. They do kind of have that same base DNA with a little bit of a twist, which is really flankers should be. So here you're going to get the sweetest, the most intense version. You're going to get the toffee sweetness kind of more prominent in your face. But I really enjoy this one. And if you're a fan of like kind of sweet designer fragrances, kind of vanilla forward fragrances, this is definitely one to get your nose on and check out. You may find that you absolutely love it, but it's really a perfect fragrance to going out, maybe clubbing, to a bar, etc., night out, something in the cooler weather as well that's going to project a little bit better, and it's going to probably garner some positive attention. At least it has for me in the short time that I've worn it. It is a bit of a newer bottle, so I haven't gotten too many chances to wear it, but every time that I have worn it, it's been a really pleasant experience for me. All right, next one is one of my absolute favorite designer fragrances, probably ever, probably always will be. This is Y EDP. Now, it's a tad sweet for some, which I understand, but when we're talking about going out, going clubbing, going to a bar, something that's going to project. This is the ideal fragrance. When I'm out and about a decent amount, I do work in the nightlife kind of entertainment space. And whenever I smell YEDP on someone, it is kind of a popular fragrance. It always wows me. It always kind of grabs my attention. It always kind of stops me in my tracks. It's really distinctive. It's a really prominent fragrance. It really sticks out among the crowd. And it's very noticeable, probably because it's got a lot of ambroxan in there, which is a synthetic aroma chemical, which tends to make a fragrance last a long time and kind of gives this like shower gel freshness to it as well. Beautiful apple on the top here, a bit of a sage, giving it like some aromatics in the heart of this fragrance. But really, that apple mixing with the ambroxan is just so appealing and just so pleasing. Dominique Ropion did an absolutely amazing job with this one. They sprinkled some kind of secret magic sauce in this fragrance, I swear, because it is one of the best designer fragrances that you can buy, period, for anything. But really, you could use it for more than just going out and clubbing. But I think even though it is a blue fragrance and it does have some versatility, it is a really great option for going out if you want something that projects heavily, because this thing is a straight beast. So why Eau de Parfum is going to be my choice for that. All right, and then the last situation that we have here is going to be a formal occasion, more dressed up, suit and tie, maybe like an award show, or you're being recognized at work for something, you're going to a conference perhaps. These are going to be something that you're going to wear with a suit and tie or a tuxedo. So this is Terre de Hermes. This is the Eau Intense Vetiver. Really, you could wear any of the Terre de Hermes in this particular situation. Maybe not the Eau de Givre, because that one is more summery fresh. But really, any Terre de Hermes works. Just kind of try them out and see which one is more preferable to your nose and to your taste. I personally like the Eau Intense Vetiver the best out of the line. It kind of ramps up the citrus component of it and kind of reins in that bitter orange, which is what the line is known for. I don't really care for that kind of rotting orange, rotten fruit type smell of the original. I far prefer this one. The vetiver is prominent, but it is a clean vetiver to my nose, not super earthy or mossy. And some do find this quite challenging. I find this one, it was a love at first smell for me, so there's really nothing bad that I can say about it. But like I said, try them out and see which one works for you. Maybe another one, and maybe the Eau Intense Vetiver like it is for me. But there is no doubt that when it comes to a suit and tie, more formal dressed up occasion, this fragrance is a stunning, bold choice to go with that will make your presence known with Eau Intense Vetiver. All right, last one up here. You can call this designer or not, but it technically is Tom Ford. This is Beau de Jour. This is my favorite fougere fragrance at the moment. If you want something classic, masculine, a bit of like that throwback style, while still maintaining a modern edge, you can go with Beau de Jour. I think you're going to be very happy with it. A great performance, great projection here. No slouch when it comes to that. You really only need a couple sprays that last me all night long. And I think this would just pair beautifully with a suit and tie type thing. It's got this fougere style, this barbershop type of feel to it. Prominent lavender note here, which kind of sets it over the edge for me. I'm a big fan of a really well done and executed lavender, which it is in here. So if you're looking for something a little bit classic, something in that barbershop style, look no further than Tom Ford's Beau de Jour to pair with your suit and tie. So that's going to be all for today. I hope you enjoy these recommendations. These are the 10 designer fragrances to build like a perfect wardrobe for you guys. I know it can be really overwhelming when you're getting into this. There's so many options out there. You don't even know where to start. I can definitely relate to that. I was definitely there at one point. So appreciate your time. Have a great rest of your day. Hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you're new, please hit that subscribe button and join the fraternity. We'd love to have you. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys.